Hello and welcome to another countdown list featuring the one and only Jesus himself. Actually, I couldn't get Jesus to sign the contract. Apparently signing things without reading them is not heavenly or something. Anyway, today I'm going to count down the 10 most underrated trinkets in Binding of Isaac. Trinkets that people either just don't understand or just plain don't know the unlocked potential of. Who cares? Here's my top 10 sleeper trinkets. The start of this list is going to be somewhat predictable if you've watched me for a while because the first three on here are some of my favorites. Blind Rage is a trinket that gives you more iframes. This item, simply by holding it, gives you more frames of invincibility after taking damage. How do most people not take this when it drops? I'll never understand. It essentially doubles all heart plays from beggars and banks alike. Blind Rage is always a welcome sight. Get it? Sight. Blind Rage. Anyway, Demon's Tail. Let me just stop you right there.
Oh, Penta, we knew Demon's Tail was gonna be on the list because it was on your best trinkets list. Shush.
It's one of the best trinkets in my opinion. The trinket removes heart chance drops from existing in the game. This rerolls all pickups that would be red hearts, soul hearts, or eternal hearts into something else, including black hearts, and a large percentage of that chance makes it become a black heart instead. So essentially you will be snagging a ton of extra HP in the form of black hearts, as well as giving yourself the best odds possible to get more consumables for chests, doors, tinted rocks, etc. It's a very good trinket. Up next is the Wiggle Worm, which I can never say enough good things about, but a surprising number of people I've talked to didn't even know that it gave you a tears up. I know. The wiggle effect is also just hilarious and can even be good for certain things like a Tech X or a Chocolate Milk or a Brimstone. I'm not going to pretend there's some super deep use for Wiggle Worm, just start respecting the Wiggle Boy, man. Start respecting the Wiggle Boy. The Lost CORK is a synergy lover. This trinket doubles the size of all creep that Isaac creates on the run while holding it. I know it's not the flashiest thing compared to the Big Orn or the Cancer Cell or the stupid trinket bullshit. No, but this bastard will make you a pool god. Think about how many items you get that leave creep that will have you killing, slowing, or poisoning mobs in the background. Now double it is good. Deal with it. Error is just plain old fun. This trinket gives you a random trinket ability per room while holding it. I again have found many people that don't know what this does, but that's okay, because my comment section knows everything about everything. Be sure to scroll down and read about me putting this here being a mistake. Anyway, the ability to access any trinket at any time is fun and adds a nice spin to the run that most others cannot do. On the rare chances that you get a store credit usage in the shop, all the shit's free. If you get a walnut in a room, you can infinitely spawn items on basic traps. Think of it like the Missing No, except good and worth looking at. Okay, Shiny Rock. This trinket, as well as two of the ones that also remain on this list, I feel get picked on more than any other trinket in the entire game, personally. And it's my turn to stick up for them. How many tinted rocks do you miss? Nay, how many tinted rocks do your favorite Isaac Let's Players or streamers miss? And how awesome would it be if you could just know where every crawl space on every floor was? Yeah. Nice. Shiny Rock. Watch Battery gets a lot of love from min-maxers like me, but most Isaac players just normally tend to just walk past it without thinking twice. Sometimes they don't even have a trinket and they walk past it, which is just inexcusable personally. Watch Battery grants an overall increase in little battery drops while carrying it, but the best effect is that it also has a passive chance to add an additional charge per clearing a room. Think of it like a passive, non-static AAA battery trinket. It's better than you think. The Tick. It's time. It's time. Penta. It's time. It's time. The Tick is essentially the easy mode trinket, and most people just don't read past the "it's stuck on you" part of the item. But the tick is slept on for many reasons. Firstly, the item sucks 15% of the health from all enemies with more than 60 HP. This is every single boss in the game. 15%. Not a specific number, 15%. That means Blue Baby would lose 300 HP just by walking into the room. The damage the tick does to Delirium from walking into the room is almost enough to kill a fully healed Blue Baby boss. But this isn't where the tick stops. Have you ever had a run where you're low on health, but the only way forward is to fight the boss? I know, right? Just like a roguelite or something? Well, good news. The tick heals you a full heart just for entering the boss room. And yes, you can carry other trinkets with this via a mom's purse or smelting it with a smelter. And on another note, you can also get rid of it from the matchstick trinket, which can be dropped simply by blowing up TNT barrels. Stop hating the tick. Maybe it's not good for your run, but calling it garbage just makes you an ignorant turd. Get flushed. Second hand is incredible for such a small package. I would wager that on about 90% of your runs you end up with something that does a secondary effect, a poison, a slow, a confusion, bleed, etc., etc. Second hand is misunderstood in the community. In fact, while researching this list, most people I asked, a great majority in fact, didn't even remember it was still in the game. They mistook the red line trinket, quote unquote, for the error trinket mentioned earlier in the list. So then what does it do? It extends the time your effects last, your tier effects. It's an objectively good thing to carry over many other trinkets, personally. Would you rather have poison that lasts almost twice as long, or have a 15% chance to see the items room location when you're gonna go find it anyway? Listen, you know the answer. Pick it up. Cracked dice is so damn good. Let me explain. This is not only just a min-maxer's wet dream, but it's also good for you game breakers out there listening to this video right now. Cracked dice has a chance to trigger when Isaac takes damage. I know, it's a big red flag. But listen, you're going to take a lot of damage anyway in this game. In fact, there's reasons to take damage, okay? This trigger can be one of the following. The D6 to reroll an item, so using an IV bag in a beggar room, or maybe a dull razor in a room with an item, for instance, to reroll it that you don't want. None of that made sense, but let's continue. The D8 to reroll Isaac's stats. Maybe you're having a less than good run but have an excess of HP to gamble away. Okay. Or the D20 to reroll all the pickups on the ground, and this will break the game and lead to infinite health and infinite pickups. Trust me, it's insanely broken. Or the D12, which is garbage. Okay, so that part is bad, but the other three are very good. Stop forgetting the cracked dice exists. He's a good boy, and should not be forgotten about. Well, that does it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for choosing me and my video to watch today, and hello to the people who made it to the end, especially for those who expected the tick to be number 1 just because I harp on and on about it. I'd like to do a special shout out to Meow Mariness, my Twitch moderator, and also a great confidant in my community who has spent some great time making hilarious video compilations of my content. If you ever want to see Penta, me, in his truest elements, do yourself a favor and go give her videos a watch. And if you'd like to see those funny moments live and be a part of them, swing by my Twitch streams where I hang out. I stream at least 5 times a week, so follow the Twitch channel and join the Discord down below in the channel description to get notified when I go live. Okay, bye.